is Cold Talks. Tune in. We're chatting about family and friends. Relationship goes together to the end. This is Cold Talks. Tune in.
What's going on, everybody? This is Cold Talks. I'm D.
And I'm Jaleesa.
Hey, we still at it, man. This episode is we're going to talk about not giving up on each other.
Don't give up on me.
Yeah, don't give up
That's what we're gonna name it.
on me. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, not giving up on each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, first off, I would like to say that early on in our relationship, you know, I came with just myself, right? And it took a lot. I'm gonna say I came in a negative, and it took a lot for me to become the man or where I am right now. Okay.
Okay.
And I appreciate the fact that when it got hard, it's one thing to say I'll take on that type of responsibility, but it's another to actually go through it, through the toughest times, and say, I got your back. A lot of people miss what that really means and what that entails.
They be so stuck on the marriage rather than the wedding rather than the marriage. Like they just want the title of Mr. and Mrs., but they don't want to put the work in. So yeah, I get it.
So a lot of people hear the story and say, oh man, I want that, or you know, we can, but I can see that being us one day. But it really takes hard work, dedication, trust, respect, because my ego was fragile, and I really didn't know. I knew where I wanted to go, where I wanted to be at, but also we were trying to bring in two lives. I still had to be a father and a husband to a military spouse. I said I had to be a military spouse, and that's a lot of me saying soldier, soldier, soldier.
You think it would have been easier if I wasn't in the military?
No, because I think we made the right decision financially, because we saw it. Like it was less money for me to stay home versus me working and the boys go to daycare, because daycare was like what, $1,000 a week, a month. You know what I mean? And
a month, yeah.
I was kind of like working to pay for daycare at that particular time.
But that was just an estimate, though.
Well, we tried it with Jeremiah. Remember?
No, I was saying that $1,000 a month was just an estimate. I think it was a little bit more.
Oh, of course, definitely probably was. I wouldn't put it past, especially on posts. But so I know it got frustrating at times for you, but you stayed the course. You believed in me and you kept going. I appreciate that, but
it wasn't easy.
It wasn't, and I can remember the day that changed everything for me, because I was just chilling, playing the game all day. You was at work. I'm watching the boys, and you came home and tired, and the house was messed up. I think Marley pamper needed to be changed. Nothing was cooked, and you went off, and that changed me forever because I got comfortable.
But when I went off, I didn't disrespect you.
No,
it wasn't like I wasn't like, nigga, you so sorry for using the N-word. I'm in the military. I can't use that type of terminology. But I was like, dude, you I didn't say, dude, you around here, house dirty, paper, pampers dirty. You ain't worth 2 cents. You ain't no man. I ain't do all that. I came to you. I was angry, and I came in the house. I was like, dang, D, the house a mess. Marty stank, and you in here playing the game. Like, what y'all been in here doing all day? You turn on. Nothing. You in an intense game of Madden or whatever you was playing. And I'm like aggravated. And you just living life you having. I don't know if you was high or not, but
No.
it was just, it's just like, yeah. And I just was like angry. And then I know I went off, but it was like respectful. I do remember I made sure my mama told me, um, because he was a stay-at-home dad. And one of the biggest things she had told me was respect. All men want and need respect. So, and I had to really convince him to be a stay-at-home dad, by the way. It wasn't no him saying, I'm coming along for the ride, stay-at-home dad. Yeah, I'm good. This man right here, ego. I had to really, I begged this man, like, come, military spouse. We left Germany and was going to El Paso, and I was like, please, babe, just be a stay at home. I was pregnant with Marley at the time, and he was like, man, what that look like? My wife pregnant, and I'm staying at home watching our other kid as a stay at home father. Like, man, heck nah, no. And then he actually went out and found work. Right, he found him a job. It was hard. He was a military spouse, and he had a little record or whatever. So he found what he could find, cause ego. And guess what? He was paying for daycare, cause the army, you get the BAH or whatever. So your housing is taken care of or whatever. So you could pretty much live anywhere like within the means of the BAH. So that was good. We didn't have to worry about that. And he was working, and his check was strictly going to daycare, and he just was like, man, I ain't we got no money. I can't go to the store and bring no food home or nothing like that. I'm paying for daycare. He paying for daycare. It was expensive. And I was just like, see, just go ahead, just chill at the house for a little bit before you could like really go and like get like a real legit job. Just chill at the house, man. Army, we good, man. We got a little BA, we got a little, base pay and stuff like that. We good, yeah. So, like I said, I had to really convince him to stay at home. And then once he finally decided to do it, here I am coming home mad because he is a stay-at-home dad in the house crazy, cheering, running around, Marty diaper full, and I'm just like, no, like this ain't what it is. And then the bills kind of was like piling a little bit, We only had one car at the time, and my credit wasn't all that because I had like student loans and stuff like that. And I didn't really know too much about credit. I think I had like a credit card. It was just bad. It was kind of broke. You know what I'm saying? I was a PLC specialist, something like that. I don't remember. But money went long. And it's 4 people in a newborn baby. So I remember coming in and had to like think about how I was gonna approach him first of all, and then second of all, admit that I was wrong. Because now I need him to go to work, and he didn't want to be a stay-at-home dad anyway. So I had to eat that pride thing, like, okay, you actually do need to go to work, type deal, and then it was just a lot. So I just had to think of, be mindful of the approach, because I didn't want to disrespect him, and we go into this whole argument thing, and then now his character is diminished, his manhood, and all of that because his wife came home spazzing.
And we was pretty fresh new, so I know that was like really hard because we didn't know the things that we know now.
Right.
So all of that is right there on the table, and we took our last for me to go to take my CDL test because I couldn't go to school. I took the CDL test. We spent our absolute last. So if I would have failed that test, that
I
would
was
have
like,
been
babe,
it.
you can't fail. We can't pay for another night in the hotel.
Oh,
Then you drive the truck with no
drive the-
insurance.
Drive the truck.
It's like, you ain't got no insurance. Please don't wreck these people's truck.
You know what I mean? So it was just so much, but you believed in me.
Yeah.
And I can remember, because it's a balance. I think Michelle Obama said that marriage is never 50-50. It's always 70-30. Somebody is always giving more to the other person.
Every now and then it might be 100-100 because now we're on the same level, but never 50-50.
Yeah, and I think the fight, I appreciate it because everybody talked about how I was a stay-home dad. I ain't gonna say everybody. Some people understood. I had a military spouse that was a male.
Oh yeah, you had got a homeboy
that I highly respect, and now he's a police officer because I get it.
He took the back seat right quick for his wife. Yeah.
And I think that's another thing.
Police officer now. Yeah.
The reason why I say, don't give up on each other, because you just got to keep chugging. And nobody was ever going to talk about her husband.
Remember that one dude at the SSA?
Yeah.
He had said, "Yo, your husband stay at home." What kind of man is that? Boy, I whoa, that boy. You got him messed up. He more of a man than you. What you making?
And it happens.
A little PFC. The fuck?
And it happens. It's always 70-30. It's never 50-50. You know what I mean? And it's a roller coaster. But you just got to ride that ride and see where it goes, because I was at home. She told me to go to work. I went to work. Then life happened. I had to come back home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they was tripping on me about, like, family care plan and stuff. Because both of the boys had got sick at the same time. And then Marley, we was trying to wean him off of his pacifier. Marley used to be, like, attached to Dee's hip. And now his dad is over the road. And he like, what in the world is going on? And y'all taking me off my pacifier? Oh, no. And then I remember my mom came up there for, like, a whole month to help me. Because they was like, oh, your husband drive trucks over the road. You need a family care plan. Like, sometimes in the military, you get these leaders that are pieces of crap. Okay, she could have been a little bit more understanding. Cause my babies were sick, and I'm going to go get my babies from daycare because they sick. They got sick from the daycare, and now they passing this sickness around to the other kids. And I don't like it. So I'm going to go pick my children up. And then she was giving me a hard time about that. D over the road. My mama came for the save. That's why I be so sad when I be thinking about her passing, man. Because that lady there, yeah. But she came for the save. And she took a whole month off of work for the save or whatever. And we had to call D back home.
Yep, they had to call me back home. And, and I know how much it felt for her to ask me, because we had fought for me to get on the road. And she was like, babe. And I told her, like, I knew it was coming, because every day we had these conversations about how they complained about this. There was a possible write-up about that, so I knew it was coming. So, and then she was like, babe, I don't want to ask you this, whatever. And so I took the spike off of it, and say, listen, whatever you need me to do, we're going to do it.
That wasn't no compromise right there. That was an accommodation.
Just tell me exactly what you need me to do. And she said, okay, I need you home within a week. Mm-hmm. And boom. I think I was in California.
Yeah.
I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas. I took the trip. Vegas, boom, got back there, boom. That was that. So it was from...
At home dad again.
At home dad again. You know what I'm saying? So then it went to different stages of our life where more was expected from the other. Mm-hmm. But at first, it didn't seem like that, because I felt like she was just, I don't know what it was. It was just a flight she took, and she just believed who I knew who I was. Mm-hmm. I knew I had never been a stay-home dad. I don't even know what that looked like. I always been a breadwinner. And not even just making more, I always made good money.
Mm-hmm.
So me sitting home making no money was different for me.
Yeah.
So it's just the fact that she took a wave on me. I feel like I always.
We took a wave on each other because I remember I had said, babe, when I make sergeant, you could get back on that thing and you could grind, you could go. And it was actually kind of good that you did park the truck because I ended up deploying. Remember, I was deployed for 9 months.
And it wasn't no walk in the park. Like your MOS isn't designed for like just throw people inside of the NCO ranks. You had to really work really hard.
Oh yeah,
and I really had to believe in the fact that what you was doing.
Yeah, man, because them points was always high. And I was like, babe, listen, when I made E5, you can go back to work. I promise. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna make it. And you was like, well, what you got to do to make E5? So I got to get points, and I got to go to the board. So D made it his business. He ain't give up on me. I went to the board the first time. I got a no. They said no. You ain't ready. You ain't got what they said. Your leadership. You're not ready. What is that word I'm looking for? You ain't confident enough. It's a word that got to do with like confidence. When you walk in the room, you just demand respect type deal.
I was gonna say demand respect.
I can't remember the doggone word. Freak. Dang, I can't think of it. Dang. But it got something to do with like you walk in and everybody know you're in charge. I didn't have that. And so I ended up getting a no-go. And D was like, man, how you get a no-go, man? I'm waiting on you to make E5, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what you gotta do? So he done got himself and I remember my mentor Jet, and they designed a board for me, and we all in the living room doing the board. I'm saying like the little creeds and stuff that you gotta say. I'm saying them out loud. Boys up there saying them with me too. I'm singing the little different songs and a unison. All this stuff you gotta do at the board, and they was making that for me or whatever, so I could practice and stuff. And then went back, and then I remember Mama came again. I want to come down there. I want to support you, baby. Mama came again. Before I left to go to the board, she prayed, blah, blah. She was like, you going to make it. You going to get it. So anyways, go, made it. I left. I remember calling. God, I got my peace status, babe. And then he excited. Mama excited, all that. I got the picture when I had came back. She had came outside, and we took a picture outside by the garage.
Matter of fact, I think that's when we was on the way to Jacksonville.
Yeah, we had ended up going to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Celebrated, came back.
We had just got to Durango.
Yeah, and came back or whatever. And then D was like, all right, when you made E5, so I get back on this road. But I was like, I still got to get the points. Still got to make the points. And he was like doing little stuff to help me get points. They got a little thing called skill port and all these different little classes that you could take. He taking the classes for me and stuff. Hey, who cares? I made it. Anyways, just different things, man. Well, we didn't give up on each other because we were just trying to, support each other dreams and aspirations and stuff like that. And he ain't give up. Kept going. Deployed, made E5 while deployed. And as soon as I made E5, this man got his sketch out. He ready. He ready to go get on that road and go and stuff. Yeah.
And I can and when you hear the story, there's different aspects about it. I can remember how we started, when we first, because our journey, Germany was fun. Our journey started in El Paso.
Yeah, because we was actually living together.
You know what I'm saying? And it started in a really little, really small, 3-bedroom actually.
But it was little.
I don't know how that was 3-bedroom apartment. And to see where we are right now, there was points in our lives where we could have gave up on each other.
Oh yeah, big arguments, big fights.
You know what I mean? So the fact that we decided to make it work, and that's what really it came down to, us deciding to say, you know what, we're gonna make this work. I'm sorry. Friends, actually, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was times where we called home. And our family didn't entertain that.
That's one thing I can say about my family, man. Like anytime I call my mama, my brothers and sisters, especially like Yvette or whatever, Yvette used to be like, nah. I like these sis. Don't tell me nothing because I don't want to dislike him. Y'all go talk. Y'all ain't getting no divorce. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? My mama always just was like the neutral person. She just used to always be like, nope. Y'all go figure that out. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Even his mom, I called his mom on him before, and she was the same. Jaleesa, y'all just go talk. It ain't that. What D at right now? Just go, y'all figure it out. Don't give up on her. That was one thing this my dad always said. Don't give up on her, Jaleesa. D, don't give up on her. She always said that. Don't give up. That was always her advice.
And it's weird because I can remember we had this big blow up, big blow up. Probably the same. It was actually probably the same night, and
When she said don't give up.
yeah, and I spoke with a friend of yours, and she felt like you and her had the same personality trait. And she said, listen, man, the worst thing you can do
is give up.
Of a female like Jaleesa is give up on her because she probably been through stuff. She loved hard. She's compassionate, and she's passionate. The last thing you can do is give up on her because you're not going to do nothing but add to that pile. Yeah, it's going to be for the next guy to do it, and he's not going to be as patient as you. Y'all don't came too far for you to give up on her now because she married, and she was like, her husband didn't give up on her. I felt that. I don't even remember a lot of the conversation, but I remember that. Don't give up on her.
Yeah.
And I could remember how Jaleesa gets so passionate about stuff. It's simple like, you're ignoring me. You're ignoring my call. I'm like, well, it's not even that serious to me, but I wasn't taking into consideration what you had been through to that point. And actually, to add to that, I can remember when we first got together, I can remember how I wanted to leave because the stuff that I had been through in my past.
Oh, okay, I see.
And I wasn't ready to. It was hard for me to voice that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you was like, you was like, I think we should break up because I don't want to bring you down. Yeah, you was like, I don't want to bring you down, so let's break up. I think you can do better than me. I got a lot going on, a lot of baggage because of divorce. You ain't just having a divorce, it was like a year. But you were just like that divorce took a big chunk of my life, and I remember you broke up with me, and I just remember being devastated. I was like, what?
And she didn't understand because she thought it was her.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. And what I had to realize was me allowing you to leave, if that was the case, it would have been the worst thing possible because I needed you. But I didn't understand how to voice that because I was just so hurt. But you didn't give up on me.
No.
You was there. Like
I gave you about a week. I remember we ain't talked for like a week. And I don't remember who I talked to about it. It probably was Lisa.
Oh, I know. I know it was
Lisa and Corey, I think.
And Sheena Mo.
And Mo. Oh, Mo. It was Mo. Because Mo used to be at my house all the time. It was Mo. And Mo was like, I don't like saying people's name. My bad. Yeah.
I was just going to say Sheena Mo.
Yeah, but you said her whole name.
It's Sheena Mo.
Okay, anyways. Mo, me and Mo had a real deep conversation because in the midst of D breaking up with me, it was a guy trying to talk to me at the same time. And I remember he had came to the house and was like trying to like shoot a shot for real. And Mo was like, nah, friend. You need to call D. Give him a couple days, let him vent, let him chill, and y'all need to talk. I don't want y'all story to end like this right here. You're a good dude, you're a good chick. I don't know, it's just something. Don't do it. And I remember, and then later on you had saw that conversation between me and Mo, and you was like, "Who was trying to come around here?" I remember that. I was like, "Nigga, you had left me." But anyways, yeah. So she was just like, "Yeah, man, just do that or whatever," and I was like, "Okay, all right. I'm gonna give him a couple days, and I'm gonna call him back." And then I called back, and we talked, for hours, unfiltered. And you told me I'm a work in progress. I got a lot of baggage. I'm damaged goods. That's what you said. I'm damaged goods, and I don't want to slow you down. You're like, you over there with that baby man, and I don't want to be the one to. Nah, I can't. And I told him, I say, let me decide what is too much for me. You don't decide that for me.
Yeah, and that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know, for things to happen when you have two people with stuff from the past trying to make one thing work, and it's like so many different aspects come in, and you just trying to make it work all together, and it's just so much pain, and you can imagine how much pain it was, for both of us. We were young. I mean, we're talking about
10 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? We were young, so it's like we still was stressed off, all types of high school stuff, all types of stuff
high
like
school
that.
flings.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
neighborhood crushes and
it's different. You know what I mean? From like two consenting adults talking about stuff. So a lot of stuff that was like, things that could really cut deep, like, those things like high school stuff, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, it was a lot of stuff just like heartbreak stuff that, disappointment stuff and stuff like that that we held on to. And we just was like, don't hurt me. I remember your biggest rule was don't lie to me. I don't care how much you don't want to hurt me. Don't ever lie to me. Be real with me. Be straight up with me. You know what I mean?
I'm a big girl. I can take it.
Don't volunteer lie to me.
Yeah.
And in turn,
because a lie was something that changed my life forever in Germany, and that's why I was like, please just be honest, because that one lie changed a lot in Germany.
And that's why I tell the boys about, like, you don't play with certain things.
Yeah.
Whenever you decide to say I want to be in a relationship, pure as possible, because mom and dad got into a relationship, we brought a lot of baggage, and we really had to fight through, dig, sculpture each other, clean each other. It was a lot of work we both had to do to get to this point.
Right.
That's why I can see why, older couples, can give the type of advice they give.
Yeah, because they've been through some stuff.
It's so much stuff that happened to that relationship.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, with us right now, we're calm.
We're calmer.
But there's a calm.
It is a calm.
Because there was turmoil.
Oh, yeah. Turmoil, hurt, tragedy, pain.
You know what I'm saying? Remorse.
Yeah.
It was, all types of stuff. We was just unsure.
Baggage.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the biggest thing we were trying to make each other feel is secure.
Security. And that was the biggest thing. We both wanted security and love and family and all of that. If you end up in a relationship where both of y'all don't want that, then of course it's going to be hard for you to not give up on the other person, because y'all not on the same sheet of paper. Y'all not on the same sheet of paper at all. So how you can't be over here expressing, hey, security, love, future, success, and all of this, and this person is just like, I'm just here for fun, for the ride, for temporary, baby, move, dude, move. You know what I'm saying? So you obviously can't grow with somebody that don't want to grow with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So us being on the same page helped a lot.
Absolutely.
With that. Too.
But we didn't give up on each other. That's the
biggest
biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, man, I think one of the most realest things I heard, I don't know if it's Monica or what, saying, I'm trying to repair a heart that I didn't break.
I think that was a guy.
That was a guy?
A guy had to say that.
Man.
Because y'all be getting it. We be giving y'all some stuff, boy. We be giving y'all hell, boy. We be having y'all pay for what 2-3 dudes done did.
That sounds like some Monica stuff.
They probably. You
Old
think Monica said that?
I don't know.
You think who was she been in a relationship with that she had to
I don't know. Monica been married. Monica.
Yeah, I've been married. Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows?
Yeah.
But that was the realest thing. I think both of us was on that type of time, you know, and it was on some type of.
I'm sorry. Whenever you had thought about just to piggyback off the Monica thing, that quote, if that was Monica, I remember always when we used to get into fights, I used to always be like, I used to say her name, your ex. I was like, I ain't her. I'm not her, D. This is Chalice. Like, this is me. I'm not her. You making me go, we arguing about what she did. I ain't do that, bro. Like, what are you doing right now? And you too, you like, I ain't him. I'm not buddy. I'm not buddy. Like, I did not do that. Like, you spazzing on me right now. I ain't do that. I don't even know what you're talking about.
But and the thing is like, that's, I think we made an episode about unpacking all that stuff.
You have to unpack.
And being real with each other about certain things. And it's like, you know, it gets deep. And it gets deep and you wonder, like, and I remember we got to a point I asked myself, would she ever allow herself to love like she loved before?
Yeah, I remember you used to say that.
And now I realize, it's once she feels secure.
Yeah, you gotta be that.
And
come on.
I allow her to grow. We grow together. And we're here.
Yeah.
Because I never thought that we'll be here. I think that, like I told you, like, I think I was going to get scared around year 5, 6. I think that's the longest relationship I ever been in.
Yeah. And we go. We're about to be 10 in a couple months.
You know, we laughed at.
But you know what? The thing that there's a lot of controversy behind the man saying, I'm a man. I lead. I'm a man. You don't do this. I'm a man. You don't got. Now, he ain't got to do that. If he show truth, he's showing that that's what he is. He the leader. He the head of the house. He the man. We just had a moment earlier today, when I was like, babe, I remember it was a time you used to be like saying little stuff to me and you just wanted me to follow you. And we used to argue about follow what? Like, you want me to follow you, you want to be a leader so bad, but what am I following? You ain't really, at the time you wasn't showing me something to follow. I was in love with you. I want to grow with you. I want to build with you. But you wasn't showing me something to follow, but I knew it was there. Right? You wasn't always reminding me that you was the leader and the man and stuff like that. It was just like your actions. And then, like, over time, you start really showing me that you was a leader, you the man, you the head of the household. And it was just easy for me to just follow easy. Whenever you make a comment about something, easy. Whenever you made a decision, easy for me to just, he got it. My man got it. My dude got it. He good. I ain't gotta question what he just told me. I don't gotta question a decision he just made. I'm sitting back like, D got it. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
that.
I can remember my first settlement, that's what they call truck drivers checks. My first check as a truck driver, your mother was at our house. And my checks wasn't rolling in yet. But Miss Gwen was at that house, and Miss Gwen had to go back home. And you was like, listen, Babe, you sure you gonna get paid on Friday? Cause my mama gotta
She gotta
back
go to
home.
work
I was like,
Monday.
yeah. Everything gonna be straight. And it was unsurety. And it's like an ease that happened once those checks start rolling in. You know what I'm saying? Versus me just being home and nothing was rolling in. But when those checks start rolling in, she's like, okay, all right, boom, we can start doing this. We can do this now. We can do that now. There's so much we start doing. We can fly mama out here more often. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then fast forward a little bit, I can remember when Mom Deuce came down there again, and we wanted a brand new Dodge Durango, and that was for our first brand new car.
It was fully loaded.
Fully loaded. As a matter of fact, they just brought it off the truck. It was plastic on the seat still. And Mom Deuce was at the what's call 'em, and I was over the road. And y'all was at the car lot, and the man said, I think y'all should get the used Dodge Durango, not this one.
Because it's cheaper.
Yeah, Mondoose even said, hold on. You might gotta help me tell the story. But anyway, I know.
Mama was trying to count our pockets, so the used one was cheaper, so he was like, get the used one. It wasn't fully loaded. He was like, get this y'all good. You just a specialist, ma'am. And yeah. And Mama was like, yeah, baby, you good. Get this one, get it. And I said, D, which one you want? He was like, nah, I want the brand new one. I want the fully loaded. How many miles? That one got 2 miles. I want that one. And I said, I guess we're gonna get this one then. That's the one he want. And then mama was like, nah, I don't think y'all can afford it. Nah. I say, D, we can afford it? You say, yeah. I say, that's the one we gonna get. And that's just what it was.
And I felt great because I know before I couldn't have said, I remember we got our first car together was a Terrain. And that Terrain was based solely off your income and you. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't think I really had no say so on it. Of course, you was like, babe, what you think about this? But as a man, I was like, whatever you want, man, this your money. You know what I'm saying? But when that Durango came, I was like, nah, we're gonna get that. You know, when other stuff along the way came like, this how we gonna do this, and eventually you got to slide in the ass into a leadership role because now everybody as a collective believe in the tone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at first you walk in, that tone don't mean nothing because you ain't doing it but yelling hot up. But as time go on,
you ain't gotta keep
show
saying
the little stuff. You ain't gotta get saying, hey, listen, this is who I am.
Yep, you ain't gotta keep saying.
Now I know who you are because of your history.
Yep.
Because I never questioned who you were.
Right.
Because from the beginning, you believed in me. You had my back. I could never put that into question. You know what I'm saying? So then it was me trying to equal to and surpass that, live up to that, and make it an empire. Because I just knew if you had equal or greater than in terms of somebody standing by you, man, it's no limit to where you can go.
Yeah.
Or us.
Powerhouse.
Power couple.
Power couple.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, man, long story short, y'all, don't give up on your people, man. See it through, especially if you guys are on the same page. If both of y'all want love, stability, growth, and foundation, if both of y'all own that, man, y'all stick it out, man. Y'all could be dating 2 days and y'all decide y'all want to go get married and start building this thing. Go do it, man. Because nowadays, man, 2023 millennial couples, man, it's hard because it's so many people out there on the outside looking in, just judging. They just met yesterday. How they gonna get married today? They only been dating for 2 months. How they get married? That marriage ain't gonna last. Like, they be hating so bad. Y'all need to move in together for a little bit first.
Press the brakes.
Yeah. She don't even know how to cook, or he don't even know how to cook. He don't even know nothing about raising babies. What you want to marry him for? Like, we could grow together. Together we could grow. Together we could build this house brick by brick. Layer by layer. It's the foundation. If the foundation is strong, that house gonna build, and it's gonna keep building. It's gonna get taller. It's gonna get taller. You're gonna add 15 bathrooms, 32 bedrooms, whatever you want to do, man. Cause y'all foundation strong. Y'all ain't giving up on each other, and y'all believe in each other, and that's what it's all about. Just believe in each other, man.
Believe in each other. Never give up on each other. I don't care how bad it is. From the beginning, believe on each other. Keep it going. No matter what. See it through. And hey, 10, 15, 20 years, and then you say, man, I'm glad you believed in me. I'm glad you didn't forget. Stop, or you kept believing in me. And here we are today.
Yeah. And ladies, this a whole nother topic for a whole nother conversation another day. But ladies, and I'm only speaking from what I've been seeing lately, y'all, we as a collective, we gotta stop talking to these men like they are kids. They are not our oldest son. I just want to put that out there. They are not our oldest son. They're not our child. We be talking crazy to the dudes, man, especially when y'all got like a real good dude that y'all know that really like y'all and messed up about y'all. We be talking crazy like, them ain't y'all kids, man. I just wanted to say that. I just want to put that's the topic for another day. But the biggest thing my mama and my grandma said when it comes to these dudes, respect. Respect can go a long way when it comes to your husband and when it comes to your wife, your girlfriend, your boy. You got to respect these people. You got to treat people how you want to be treated. Not how they treat you, but how you want to be treated. It's a difference. But these men ain't y'all sons, ladies. I just wanted to say that.
Are you speaking from experience?
Experience.
Okay.
Experience. What I've seen. I know I used to talk crazy to D, and like in our last episode about communication, he came to me and was like, hey, don't talk to me like that. If he ain't never say nothing, we would have never knew. But don't give up on each other, y'all. And ladies, these men ain't our sons, all right? They not.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to throw that little sidebar. I'm sorry, sidebar, real quick.
That next episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
These men ain't our sons. That's a good.
Okay.
They ain't.
We'll go for that.
All right. Well, all right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We really appreciate it. That's it. That's all we got, man.
All right,
Don't give up on each other.
Salute.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And hit that little bell.